Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the weekly Sikh Youth Show on the Sikh channel, Sky 829, each and every Wednesday at 9 p.m. We've got a great panel of guests on the show today, going to be talking about some projects that are going on and events happening in the area in the UK, and some special guests coming over from Canada for the events as well. Before we go into the show, I'm just going to introduce my panel. On my left, I have Cam Singh from the Sikh channel. Welcome to the show. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Next to Cam, I have Jasprit Singh, from President of the Student Union at BCU University. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Next to Jasprit, we've got Gurp Singh from Sikh Youth UK. Welcome to the show, Gurp. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Next to Gurp, we've got Sonia from NTU Sikh Society. Welcome to the show. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. And we got Shona on the end from DMU Leicester. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Okay, so today's show we're going to be talking about, obviously everyone knows everyone's gone back to school, college, university, back to work after the summer holidays. Obviously there's a lot of activities and events happening up and down the country, and without the Sikh channel and the fantastic platform that they give the Najwan each and every Wednesday, we wouldn't be able to get you to give sanjog and join these programs and events. So we want to thank the Sikh channel for a platform for the Najwan each and every week. The events that are going on. So before I say anything, I'm going to go into a short promo so you know what we've got lined up for the Freshers Week and Freshers Fair at Guru Nanak Gurdwara Smedic, and that's in Birmingham. So make sure that week you try and keep free. It's the first week of October, and there's going to be a lot of activities happening there. So before I give anything away, I want to show you the short video.
हाँ जी फैम यूके वाले संग आ रहे हैं जी तुहाडे कोल तैयार हो जाओ. We're coming down for the GNG Smethwick Freshers Fair. This सारी Sikh Youth दी टीम भी उत्थे होनी आ. The whole Saints Doing Things team is going to be there. So मिलदे हैं soon उत्थे. बहुत ज़्यादा love you message you किस करांगे. सारे जाने पहुंचे for the Freshers Fair week. See you guys all there यूके वाले हो. Ain't it, bro?
So you saw it yourselves, you've seen the fantastic team from Singh's Doing Things. They're coming from Canada, all the way from Canada, to be with us on Freshers Week with Sikh Youth UK in conjunction, trying to get as many Najwan from different, but everyone watches them online. They give so much comedy online to a lot of people. They get in the moderates that don't even speak Punjabi to talk the few little words that they do. And like even earlier in the year, we had a Shahidi football tournament. Teams were naming their teams after some of the phrases they say, like Banu Kosh and stuff like that. So it's really good that they're interacting with the UK Najwan, and everyone's really excited for them to come. So we want to thank them for coming all that way. The Freshers Fair each year this is the second year that is happening. The second year that is happening at G&G Smedic. It's going to be happening annually. Last year we had over 300 students there. Some of the students here were there who attended. You know, I want to speak to Cam and see what's your views. How important is it to show, you know, you've been to university yourself. You've seen how Freshers Fairs are, Freshers Weeks are. There is a lot of galjug out there, I'd say, but there's a lot of people exploring different things and very naive to what goes on, and there is a lot of vulnerable people out there. To find a solution like a Sikh Students Freshers Fair, which provides Sikh students places where they can eat, you know, like vegetarian restaurants and run by Sikh businesses, Sikh welfare for them so they know where they can go if they're in need, Sikh taxi drivers, you know, all the service, Sikh education, which is really key for them. You know, all these sort of different Sikhs, sports clubs, martial arts, gyms, anything that they can get involved in. I think it's a fantastic thing that the Gurdwara, Guru Nanak Gurdwara Smedek have provided this platform and allowed that to happen. What's your thoughts and takes on that, Cam?
I think first of all, Waheguru Ji Ka
Khalsa,
Khalsa,
Waheguru Ji
Waheguru Ji
Ki
Fateh.
Fateh.
And I think it's absolutely smashing it, seriously, because what you're doing is you're giving a platform, an opportunity for all these different people that are going to be going to university for the first time possibly, staying away from home for the first time possibly, so they're getting together, and what you're doing is you're providing the services that they're going to need, and you're giving it to them. And you're also giving them the support mechanism to saying that you are there to help them. That's awesome. And you're not only doing it for one particular university. What's so awesome about this project is that they're inviting so many different universities across the country to come together. So that brotherhood, that whole family unit structure in our Sikh philosophy is spread throughout. And all of them getting the same information that they need in their towns. So it's absolutely fantastic. And I'm proud to be part of Sikh Channel because we're going to be showing that exclusively here on the, I think it's 4th of October.
Yeah, that's
and so the
Freshers'
Sangha
Fair.
can see for themselves how awesome it is when you're going to university for the first time. You're vulnerable to so many different dangers that are there lurking at universities, unfortunately. And to have a team of sevadars that are there to support you during this very difficult time, a vulnerable time, is absolutely phenomenal. So thanks to you guys for doing the seva that you do. And I'm sure that some of the people that have attended this event so far are going to be telling the Sangha exactly what happens there and how beneficial they found them.
Definitely. Jaspreet Singh, you attended last year. Just give a bit of feedback about how it was on a Wednesday when most people are on Broad Street in a club or a bar. They ended up in a Gurdwara in Smedek, and there was hundreds of students that got to. I think it's one of the first events that is one of the national biggest student events that happens each year. And how fantastic it was that all these students, not Girstari, all on their own journeys, on their own paths, some haircuts, some far from Sikhi, all attended. Maybe just for the Mr. Singh's vouchers, maybe, but they still attended. There was a way to bring them into the Gurdwara, which was really key.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਐਂਡ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹ ਲਓ ਕਿ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਗਏ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਗੱਲ ਆਹ ਲੱਗੀ ਕਿ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹ ਲਓ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਲਈ ਕੋਈ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਉਹ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਹੁਣ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਕਿ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਕਿਉਂ ਸਾਜੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਬਹਿ ਸਕੀਏ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਕਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਕਰ ਸਕੀਏ ਤੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਸਾਲ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਗਿਆ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਦੇਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੀ ਕਿ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਕੋਈ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਆਫ ਨੋਟਿੰਗਹਮ ਤੋਂ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਕਿਤੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਆਸੇ-ਪਾਸੇ ਕਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਆ ਪਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਗੱਲ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੋਈ ਕਿ ਹਾਂ ਬਈ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਗੱਲ ਸੀਗੀ ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੀਆਂ ਨੋਰਮਲੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਜਦੋਂ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਓਏ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਮੰਗਾ ਲਈਏ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸਿਸ ਉੱਥੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਤੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਵਧੀਆ ਦੇਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਕਿ ਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਪੰਥਕ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਪੂਰੇ ਆਸੇ-ਪਾਸੇ ਇਲਾਕਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਦੇ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਕਿ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਉੱਤੋਂ ਜੇ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਜਾਵੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਉੱਪਰਲੇ ਪੱਧਰ ਤੇ ਲਾਈਕ ਹਾਈ ਲੈਵਲ ਇਫ ਯੂ ਥਿੰਕ ਦੈਟ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹ ਹੁਣ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਬੇਸਿਕ ਨੈਸੈਸਿਟੀਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਚਲੋ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਗਿਆ ਫਿਰ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਕੌਮੀ ਮਸਲੇ ਕੌਮੀ ਮੁੱਦੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੇਫ ਆ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਬਹੁਤ ਮਾਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਆ ਤੇ ਮਾਰੇ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਰੱਖਣ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ 'ਚ ਰੱਖਣ ਤੇ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਗੱਲ ਕਹੀ ਭਾਜੀ ਨੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਦਿਲ ਨੂੰ ਬੜੀ ਲੱਗੀ ਕਿ ਵੈਨਸਡੇ ਨੂੰ ਬਰੋਡ ਸਟਰੀਟ ਤੋਂ ਜਾਣ ਤੋਂ ਬਜਾਏ ਆ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਔਰ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਗੱਲ ਆ ਇਹੀ ਤਾਂ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦਾ ਮੂਲ ਆ ਕਿ ਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਾਣੀ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੀਏ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੰਗਤ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੀਏ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੰਥ ਨੂੰ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਵੱਡੇ ਤੌਰ 'ਤੇ ਦੇਖੀਏ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਮੁੱਦੇ ਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਜਾਈਏ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਨੌਜਵਾਨੀ ਆ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ we should be doing that to be honest so we should be taking up our responsibility and actually saying as Sikh youth we need to kind of initiate that change because loads of responsibilities on us.
Yeah, no, definitely. I totally agree. The Naujawan have to take this forward, but I think Naujawan pushing events and students getting involved, but not just students. The Sikh Naujawan across the UK have to get involved. Boys and girls, everyone has to come together collectively to get bits and bobs done, so we can go forward as a Qawm. Everyone has a different skill set, and we'll say this and we'll keep reiterating it. It's really important. Everyone with a different skill set provides that skill set, and even gives a little bit back to the Panth, which is really crucial.
Hanji.
And just like you do, you're the president of VCU Student Union, and where you can do your seva at that same time, you can implement that on the campuses for the Sikh students.
ਨਹੀਂ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸ਼ੁਕਰ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹ ਲਓ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਜੋੜੇ ਝਾੜਨ ਵਾਲਾ ਆ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਹੀ ਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਅੱਗੇ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਕਰੀਏ ਤਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਬਖਸ਼ਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹ ਲਓ ਇਹੀ ਕਿ ਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਨੌਜਵਾਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਆ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣਾ ਰੋਲ ਲੈਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਆ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਉਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਆ ਕਿ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਕਿ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਹੁਣ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਬੜੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਗੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਮਨ ਗੱਲ ਲੱਗੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਬੌਸ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਕੈਂਪ ਤੇ ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਭਾਈ ਅਮਰੀਕ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਸ਼ਹੀਦ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪਤਨੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਬੀਬੀ ਹਰਮੀਤ ਕੌਰ ਜੀ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਬੜੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਗੱਲ ਕਹੀ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਕਿ ਸੰਤਾਂ ਨੇ ਸੰਤ ਕਰਤਾਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਸ਼ਹੀਦ ਭਾਈ ਅਮਰੀਕ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਬਚਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਗਏ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੱਲ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਨਿਗਾਹ ਚੱਕ ਕੇ ਨਾ ਦੇਖੀ ਕਹਿਣ ਦਾ ਭਾਵ ਜੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਂ ਭੈਣ ਧੀ ਜਾਣ ਕੇ ਦੇਖੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਮੇਰੇ ਗੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਦਿਲ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਗੱਲ ਲੱਗੀ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀਆਂ ਚਲੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਚਲੋ ਪੜ੍ਹਨ ਲਈ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿਸ਼ਵਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਘੱਲਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕੀ ਆ ਵੈਨਸਡੇ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਚਲੋ ਜੀ ਆਸੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਬਰੋਡ ਸਟਰੀਟ ਜਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਪਾਸੇ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਣੀਆਂ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਆ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੁਛ ਨਾ ਕੁਛ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਆ ਤੇ ਕੌਮੀ ਪੱਧਰ ਤੇ
I agree, there's an understanding of what's out there, but then it's telling people don't go down there. It's providing a solution.
Hanji,
and we can always say to people, don't do this, don't do this.
Hanji.
Without providing a solution, we have no jawab, we have no answer. We have to be the people that take the Najwan forward and provide that service and them solutions from. Hence,
Hanji.
like a freshers fair, hence social events, so they come to Sikh societies do a fantastic job like that. And
Hanji.
I want to go to Gerb because you've attended university before, and you know you've been involved in social events, you know, which keep people preoccupied, away from nashir, away from all them bad aspects in life which could lead them astray or put them in danger maybe. But you know, to attend social events with your Sikh society, how was it for you when you were at university?
Yeah, so firstly, Waheguru Ji Ka
Khalsa,
Waheguru Ji Ki
Fateh.
Fateh. So I only graduated 4 years ago, so I've still got the memories of university in my mind. I'm still fresh from there. And, you know, an event like this, Freshers Week at GNG, it would have been unheard of, you know, 4 or 5, you know, even 3-4 years ago. And I think something that's allowed it to happen is the power of social media. Words got around, and all the Sikh societies are almost linked together nowadays. It's very easy, you know. Even 4 or 5 years ago, it felt like the Sikh societies were all individual societies, disconnected from everywhere else. And you know, I would have loved something like this 3-4 years ago. And from my experiences, back then people only really attended Sikh society just to meet other people on their courses and meet the other up there. So, you know, truthfully, to find out, you know, who they could go out with, who could they go clubbing with and so forth. But now having, you know, this GNG Freshers event, you know, I remember from last year when it was the first one, you know, like I said, Fadi mentioned, there was Monnia coming, people who had no interest in Sikhi, learning about Sikhi, again, not just coming to society just for, you know, just to make a few friends, but actually learning and, you know, connecting with others, becoming part of the community. And that's so important going to university, because for a lot of people, they're leaving their families for long periods of time, which they've never done before, enjoying these new freedoms, and it's a lot of responsibility. But with this newfound freedom, there's obviously the positives, new experiences, learning. There's also the dangers as well,
of course there is,
which a lot of people get caught up in. But from the positive side, it's allowed, you know, even like, you know, Sikh students who, you know, you'd consider like liberals, to come on board and start discussing Panthic ideas, and you know, it's been a good opportunity for them. And that's in terms of on an individual sense, that, you know, it brings the individuals together in a Sikh society. But on a bigger level, it's important for the Sikh societies to have a greater footing on the campuses, because I've seen from other societies of other faith groups, you know, they're doing their prachar on the campuses, they're spreading awareness about you know, genocides that their communities are facing, and even formed societies based on those genocides, such as Friends of Palestine's group. But there's nothing in respect to the Sikh. I don't feel the Sikh societies have been as active. But events like this GNG Freshers, it can sow the seed of, you know, plant the seed of having these sort of events, bringing these ideas into the minds of the students. So from a Panthic level, I think it's going to help a lot.
Brilliant. Yeah. Thank you, Gert, for your feedback. Sonia, I want to come to you and Shona, because you're female students. And, you know, females at university from a lot of people's experience, they don't tend to get involved in Sikh societies as much. They don't tend to come to religious events as much. And so from last year, I've even personally witnessed and seen you actively involved in Nottingham Trent Sikh Society. How did you feel being proactive? Like, you know, GURPS was on about being proactive on Union. Guru Nanak was proactive. We all need to be proactive as Sikhs. Don't matter what stage of Sikhi we're at, as long as, like GURPS said about planting that seed. That Freshers' Fair last year could have planted that seed. You got involved with your Sikh Society. How was your first year as a member of the Sikh Society?
Yeah, firstly, Waheguru Ji Ka
Khalsa,
Waheguru Ji Ki
Fateh.
Fateh. Yeah, it was a fantastic experience. Like you said, it's students from all different kind of backgrounds and on a different path and different journey in Sikhi. I mean, we had students that hadn't been to the Gurukar for years and they were, you know, really looking forward to it. And it was something different for them to go to the GNG Freshers' Fair. And everyone's buzzing for it, really excited for it again. I think biggest part of being the Sikh Society for me was a different side to uni, the side that's not spoken about, the side that's not expected, and the side that unfortunately isn't very experienced. So that was just fantastic. I mean, the little bit of going to Gurukar and having your langar and, you know, just a bit of good home cooked food. Better than that takeaway, we're just stuffing ourselves with all the time. Yeah, it was fantastic. We did a lot of things. We did a Kirtan on campus with the Uni of Nottingham, which was fantastic. We're planning to do one at Nottingham Trent this year. We did a langar on campus. We want to do an even better one this year, which was great because, I mean, we had lecturers come in and they were like, oh, what's this?
Yeah.
Why are you giving it out for free? And it's just fantastic to just educate other communities and the people around us what we're about, what we're there for and how we want to help them. We're hoping to do a lot of work with the homelessness in Nottingham because that's a huge problem in our city. And just a lot of things. We want to get different people involved for different reasons. It goes from a lot of people for the first 2-3 events to a social experience to, by the end of it, a massive personal experience, and they'll take away something they never thought they would be on the path of.
I think that's happened to a lot of people who have got involved in Sikh societies, so that's really good that you mentioned that. You know, obviously you came to the Freshers' Fair last year, and not brought a coach down last year. How did, you know, at the Freshers' Fair, the raising the awareness of the dangers at the beginning of the year, how important is that to let the Sikh students know what kind of dangers there are out there? It's like, I'm going to give this as an example. You know, when you teach a child to cross the road first, to show them what's on the other side, you show them look left, look right, and look if any ongoing vehicles, you show them the dangers before you take them across the road. And you know, at the Freshers' Fair last year, there was a monologue performed by Shmeet Kaur, and there was other stalls there, welfare stalls, showing the students the little dangers that they could face, the vulnerability of when they're going out, which taxis they use, stuff like that. How important do you think that was for the Nottingham Trent Sikh Society that last year?
It was absolutely unreal, specifically for the girls. Going on to what you said about Ishmeet Kaur, she did a bit of spoken word. It was unreal, absolutely unreal. I mean, if you ask every single student, especially from our uni that went there, they'll remember every word, more or less, that she said. And it's very shunned upon. It's something that we don't talk about. It's pushed under the rug. And I mean, unfortunately, our generation, I don't think, is as educated in dangers as it should be, especially when it comes to, you know, the whole grooming scenario, drug, alcohol abuse. I mean, you'll get, oh yeah, he's brown, he's got a gun on, let's just go for it. And then next thing you know, you're on the wrong side of it all.
Yeah.
So it's phenomenal just to raise awareness.
The vulnerability out there is massive.
Yeah,
That's
it's huge. It's huge, and I think it was good to let people know that they had people that they could come to. I mean, even if it wasn't, you know, someone older or more experienced like yourself, but even just us. And it was great even for myself because I wasn't on the committee last year. I was just a member. Yeah. It was good to know that we had like a platform and a kind of support system if we ever needed it for something more serious rather than just a social or going to eat some samosa on a Wednesday.
Nah, that's good. Shona, we'll come to you. Obviously, you're part of DMU Sikh Soc this year. How have you found the DMU Sikh Society last year and university in general?
We think it's really good, but the NE committee this year, we do think that there's bits and bobs that we need to improve on. Like, we didn't have langar on campus last year, URL did. Okay. So we would like to have one and just experience it and what it's like, and I think it would be a good feeling to do it and help everyone out. Yeah, and we did paintballing, and we'll repeat some of the events we did last year, but just add new ones as well to make it a bit different as well.
Yeah, definitely. Like you just mentioned, inter-uni, so you did events with UOL. How important is it to interlink as university, like the Freshers' Fair, a lot of universities come together, you know, teaming up and supporting each other from different unis is a good thing, I think.
Yeah, I think it's really important because you get to see both sides of the story as well and get to see other people's opinions, and we do have debates, which we really like as well, so we can, you know, it's not necessarily like we need to argue anything, but we can tell our opinion and disagree or agree and just see other people's point of view.
Of course, there has to be mediation and agree to disagreements. Obviously, as brothers and sisters, we all argue, we're going to fall out, but we don't take it that step further where it gets hot or heated, innit? And, you know, as students, we're all learning. And, you know, as Sikhs, we're students at the same time. We're learning every day, you know, all these projects and campaigns are fantastic. And I want to go to Cam Baji now because he's got a few great projects lined up for the youth across the UK. Now, the Sangat, before we go into what Cam's going to share with you, the Sangat, there is, on the scroll at the bottom of the screen, there is a text number from the Sikh Youth team. From now on, each and every Wednesday, the Sikh Youth Show, you can text and WhatsApp that number. Share your thoughts. Tell us what topics you want us to do, feedback and questions for the show so we can answer them. If not, we will answer them on social media as far and as quick as we can. Any thoughts and theory, anything you want to discuss or you feel that's an issue that could help change different students' life or anyone's life out there, you know, by watching the screen and this great platform that the Sikh channel give, please text your thoughts. It's really important. You know, Cam's going to announce a few events and projects and campaigns he's got. From my perspective, when I was talking to him today, I think they're brilliant, and I think it's really important that it's so good that the students are here today and the Najwan and the youth and all the Sanghas watching get proactively involved in what he's got.
No, first of all, Deepa, thanks for what you're doing. This is how it's going to work, Satsangaji. Look, Sikh Channel's here as a platform, like Baji said, to support our community and support organisations like Sikh Youth UK that are doing such brilliant work within the community. You've heard the students themselves speak of how the mechanism that these guys have set up starting last year has benefited the universities across the region. So it's fantastic. So that sport structure that was needed is now in place. So what we're doing here in Sikh Channel is my job to help people like these guys to go further, and that's the whole point. The whole point of Sikh Channel is bringing millions of Sikhs together and understanding the philosophy that Sikhi saves lives, the motto that Sikh Youth UK use. So putting all these things together, one of the things that we're going to be doing is we're going to do several projects over the next 6 months, and the way we're doing these projects is not just doing a show on TV, but we want to make everyone part of that project. So it gives an opportunities for people sitting at home to be part of that movement. And that movement, where's that movement going to go to? To our Guru. We take that one step towards our Guru, Maharaj takes hundreds and hundreds of thousands towards us. And that's what it's about. Making that community spirit, making that family unit, understanding how Guruji is there to help us and how we help each other and betterment for other communities around us. So all of these things taken into mind, the Sikh Channel are going to be very proud to announce some of the made projects that we're going to be running, the campaigns that we're going to be running in conjunction with Sikh societies. So some of the things that they're doing already, but we're going to give them more to do. And this is what it's about. You mentioned earlier, Baji, it's what a Sikh means. Sikh means to be active. So if you're active, Sikh Tawa, that's what Guru Nanak Dev Ji was, proactive. So we need to be proactive. Look at the problems that are coming our way, the dangers that are coming our way, and then thinking of solutions before we start coming up here and telling what the problems are, thinking of solutions and then highlighting the problem so you know where to turn to when that problem arises at your door. One of the things that we're going to be doing, Satsangaji, obviously 31st of October to the 4th of November was a Sikh genocide, 1984. So one of the things that we're going to be doing is, and when that genocide took place, it is so important and so fundamental that every single Sikh recognises this one point. When that Sikh male was attacked and beaten before he was killed and before his hair was cut, his beard was cut, that Sikh was not asked what political affiliation you have, what Jat Paat you are, what Jathebandi you belong to, which Godra you do Matha take to, are you pro-Santi or not. No one was asked the question. They were killed because of the roop that Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj gave them. Khalsa mera roop hai khas. The identity that Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj gave to us, that's what the reason he's killed. So what we're going to do, Satsang, Sangat Ji, Sikh Channel are going to organise with the Sikh societies and Gurukars across the, not just the UK, but across the world. We're going to make it an international campaign. During that 1 week, 31st of October to the 4th of November, we're going to call it Remembrance Week. So that all that week, from the 31st of October, which is Tuesday, to the 4th of November, every single day, we're going to ask all Gurukars, all Sangata, regardless of which Gurdwara you go to, doesn't matter what the name of that Gurdwara is, because when they kill those individuals, no one was asked what Gurdwara they went to. So it's all of us, one family that remembers those, the Shaheeds of 1984 Sikh genocide. So what we're going to do is 7 to 8 every single day from 31st of October to the 4th of November, 7 to 8, we're going to do Chaupe Sahib de Part. So at your Gurukar, we would like you to organise that. I'm here at Sikh Channel to help you get that organised. So if you want to get in touch with myself, you can go through the number that's on the screen, or if you want, you can come call Sikh Channel and we'll be happy to give our contact details to let's get this organised. I want this to be a community spirit. This is where the Sikh societies will get involved. What's going to happen during that week? Not only are we going to remember the Shaheeds during 7 to 8, we're going to pray together, all of us as one family, and we're going to pray where? In Maharaji Hazuri, the King of Kings, Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaji Hazuri, and we're going to sit there and we're going to pray together. During that 1 week, what we're going to add to, because those Sikhs that were targeted due to the roop that Maharaj gave us, we would now like to say to every single Sikh watching this show right now, that during that 1 week, we're going to launch the campaign Don the Dastar. So we would like you, if you've never worn a Dastar before in your entire life, for 1 day at least during that week, if not for the whole week, to wear a Dastar. Because they were killed for that identity. We need to bring back that identity, reconnect our people to that identity. And this is a community project. This is here to help one another to, number one, do part, remember our history, and then do something about it. So if so many Sikhs were killed, let's do this together, community working together. So let's get all our Veer, not to judge somebody regardless of where they are in their journeys and where they are right now, but to help them, show them, give them that hand of support, that support structure that's here to help each other, to let's all go on that journey together. So let's become Sikhs, let's understand that identity, understand what that identity means, and we're going to do this on Sikh Channel in conjunction with Sikh Youth UK and every organisation that wants to do this. There is no one platform that will say this is theirs. This is the Qawmi Masla, it's the Qawmi project, and we want everyone to be involved. So it's Remembrance Week on the 31st of October to the 4th of November, and it's going to be Don the Dastar campaign. We want everyone to wear a Dastar, and if you then take that step and reconnect to your faith and your identity during that 1 week, and you say, you know what, Cam, or whoever it is, we're not going to just do this for 1 day. This is my roop now. That will be absolutely massive. And if we could get Sikhs to reconnect to their identity, Maharaj said, Khalsa mera roop hai khas, and that's the whole point of this project.
Baji Jasprit, obviously you just heard Cam's a couple of the campaigns that Cam Baji's got ready for Sikh Channel and for the Sangat out there. So please text your thoughts in, get involved, let us know if what Gurdwara, where you're going to be doing the jobs, and reconnect the local Sangat to Remembrance Week, 31st of October to the 4th of November. You know, it has to be, you know, Sikhs aren't recognised by our, the genocide, it is forgotten and it's not pursued as much as it should be. And, you know, we need to get people to understand and educate what actually happened at that time. So it's really important. Well done to the Sikh Channel for doing projects such like this. Jasprit, your feedback and thoughts to Baji about the campaigns and projects?
ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹ ਲਓ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ, ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ. ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਪਏ ਸੀ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਘੱਲੂਘਾਰਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੋਇਆ ਆ, ਤੇ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਜਾਵੇ ਜੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਪੱਧਰ ਤੇ 30 ਸਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਆ, ਅਸੀਂ ਐਜ਼ ਅ ਕੌਮ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਤੋਂ? ਦੇਖਿਆ ਜਾਵੇ ਹੁਣ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਪਏ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਨੌਜਵਾਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ, ਹੁਣ ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਆ ਕਿ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਸੰਤ ਜਰਨੈਲ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੋ, ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਜਾਵੇ ਇੱਕ ਸਿੱਖ ਨੇ ਸੇਧ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਲੈਣੀ ਆ? ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਤੋਂ. ਜਦ ਉਹੀ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੈ ਸਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਕੀ ਲੱਗੂਗਾ? ਤੇ ਇਹੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਆ. ਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਦੁਮਾਲੇ ਸਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਦਸਤਾਰਾਂ ਸਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਵੱਲ ਉਹ ਛੋਟਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਕਦਮ ਲੈ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਛ ਹੀ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਹੱਥ ਦਿੱਤੇ, ਪੈਰ ਦਿੱਤੇ, ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਛ ਦਿੱਤੇ, ਚਲੋ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਆਪਣੇ ਲਈ ਵੀ ਲੈ ਲਓ ਹੈ ਨਾ। ਹੁਣ ਇਹੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇ ਸਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਜੀਣ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਫਾਇਦਾ। ਸਾਡੇ ਮਾਰੇ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਛ ਵਾਰ ਗਿਆ। ਅਤੇ ਇਹ 'ਚੋਂ ਸਿਧਾਂਤਕ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਨਿਕਲਦੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਕੀ ਆ ਅਤੇ ਗਾਂ ਨੌਜਵਾਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਦੇਣੀ ਆ, ਕਿ ਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਨੌਜਵਾਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਤਾਂ ਲੱਗੇ ਸੱਚ ਕੀ ਆ, ਕਿ ਹਾਲੇ ਸੱਚ ਹੌਲੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਆਉਣ ਡਿਆ ਆ ਕਿ ਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਨੌਜਵਾਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗੂਗਾ ਤੇ ਜਜ਼ਬਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਉੱਠੂਗਾ, ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਉੱਠੂਗਾ।
I think it's really important, Cam, what do you think, what Jaspreet just said, that, to how to connect to the Nojwani. I believe a campaign like that to get them to reconnect is really important.
Yeah. It's the whole purpose, Baji, is because it's non-political.
Yeah.
We're not against. It's not. The whole project is non-political. It's not against a blame game. It's to reconnect us. It's for us. It's a healing time for us also to sit down in Maharaji Hazuri and do part together. A family that prays together stays together. If our community could sit down and pray together, that community will stay together. This is what I'm saying, that this doesn't matter to which Guru Kar you go to. I'm not bothered what Jat Path you think you belong to, what Jathe Bandi you belong to, because when you bow down to the same Guru I bow down to, I'm your Gursikh, I'm your part of your family, because you'll bow down to the same Guru that I bow down to. This is the whole point, that oneness message that Maharaj Guru Nanak Dev Ji started with. Let's bring it back to that. And this is what we're saying, look guys, reconnect to this, that path of Maharaj. We're saying to him that identity is so important. You know, people want to know who you are, and we need to know who we are. And that's why we want, if they're targeted because of the star and the beard thing, that's what that was. So then when the next Galukara happens, we need to ask ourselves the question, will I be with my brothers that are going to get butchered, or will I be the one that's going to walk away thinking that there's a different Dharam?
The Sangat, Sad Sangat Ji, you need to look and think, look at this campaign, you know, to reconnect all our youth, not just the singing here as well, all our brothers, all our sisters, to reconnect. Just for that 1 week, think what people went through, what families went through. You know, a National Remembrance Week, I think is one of the most fantastic things that's been mentioned ever on the channel, because we do National Langar Week, we do National Sikh Sock Weeks. I think it's they were choosing names at the training day that day. You know, there's so many different. You know, a National Remembrance Week to reconnect and remember what happened, but to heal, like Baji just said. As students, as female students, our females went through a lot in the 80s around the genocide. You know, to help that healing process, and you know, how could your Sikh societies get involved?
I think it'd be a fantastic learning experience for a lot of people, which is another thing I'd like to touch upon. I'd urge every single Sikh, I mean there's unis that don't even have Sikh societies, go for it, get the funding, start your society, get your students together. We are one, like you said, we're all one family, we're all with the same. So it'd be a fantastic educational experience, because it's a shame to say a lot of my generation haven't got a clue about 1984. They don't know what happened, they don't know anything. Ask them about 9/11, they know it all.
Yeah.
So I think it's something that we all need to be educated about, because it happened to us. And it's an opportunity for Seva as well. A lot of people at uni, they've never done Seva until they've been given the opportunity. And I think it's an opportunity that we should be given more often, and we'll, Nottingham Trent definitely be taking part.
Shona, what about DMU? How do you think that you guys can get involved with the National Remembrance Week?
I mean, we can just hold different events, spread awareness as well.
Definitely.
And we are going to have some speakers coming as well, so we can ask them or request them to speak about 1984, for example, so we have better knowledge and understanding.
I think it'd be nice if we did, like you said, a job yourself together. All the East Midlands, I'd like to sort something out for that. Yeah.
And Leicester, Nottingham, Derby, that East Midlands connection, you know, you guys are quite proactive and lead quite well in knots. So both UON and NTU lead well. DMU and LSU, they link quite well. You've got Loughborough out there. There's a lot of areas to cover in the East Midlands, which is important. So, you know, straight away get involved, get the channel to come down and show how the students are connecting, they're uniting for Remembrance Week. I think that'd be a fantastic show. What do you think, Cam?
100%. Sing, this is what it's all about. Sing is not about judgmental being against anyone.
Definitely.
It's about helping each other learn about our history. If we don't learn about our history, who else is gonna? Someone explain that to me. No one else is.
Nobody's gonna teach us our own history unless they have an ulterior motive. And it's really important that we learn our history so we can teach them. You know, when I was younger, our family, our parents, they would teach you Sakya. You know, even when you go back, you know, there wasn't TV, there wasn't, you know, radios, even far back 100 years ago. People used to, how did they learn about the Hatiyas? Because people used to, the parents, the mothers, our sisters here, the mothers used to teach their kids the little Sakya before bed, that sit. And that was what the Asad Benjada, and it
100%.
Inspired others.
Exactly. See this, look at the whole concept behind it. The whole point of reconnecting you to your identity, to your root. Not only that Maharaj wants that, Maharaj says that in Bani. Okay, there's so many, even in Ardas every single day, regardless which program we go to, the Guru Ghar, when we do Ardas, Maharaj, every single time Ardas, we ask for Maharaj, say, make sure that me, when I die, so make sure that my case, says when we know that when this genocide took place, we know that they were killed and their case was qattled before they killed them or burnt them alive. Sada farz nahi banda. ਉਦੋਂ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਤੂੰ ਕਿਹਦੀ ਜਥੇਬੰਦੀ ਦਾ, ਤੂੰ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਮੱਥਾ ਟੇਕਦਾ, ਤੇਰਾ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਕਲ ਪਰਸੂਏਸ਼ਨ ਆ, ਕੀ ਤੂੰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਮੰਨਦਾ, ਉਦੋਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਰੂਪ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਮਾਰਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ। ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਮਿਲਣ ਕੇ, ਸਾਰੇ ਸਿੱਖ, all of them, all ਜਥੇਬੰਦੀਆਂ, all Guru Cars, regardless what name is outside the Guru Cars, the door, every single one of us, wherever Maharaj is Prakash, let's all come together. Let's all do this in our local towns, local cities, across the world. Let's make this an international movement that 1 week in that year, we are going to sit together, pray as one family in remembrance to what happened to our brothers and sisters. That's it. Like I said, it's a non-political thing. This is something that's so positive. We're going to paint it into a positive because we want you to reconnect to your Guru and to your identity.
Yeah, you know, so we've got 2 fantastic weeks already lined up. One, the first week of October, we got Freshers Week. Camp RG's already announced it from basically the first week of November, from the 31st of October, so that's the first week of November, covered National Remembrance Week. You know, the students have already got that. You can put that in your calendar. Sangat, put that in your calendars. Those 2 weeks are key. Get involved. See what you can do. If there's any Sikh services out there that want to get involved, the text number's there. Text your details to the Sikh Youth text number and let us know how you could provide student services. You know, it's not about putting your stall up and collecting that day. We're not about that. The Freshers' Fair is about supporting the students, showing them what you can offer, give them freebies, because that's what they're coming for. You know, Mr. Singh's last year, they gave away free pizza and they gave student vouchers. Wicked. Excellent idea. Why? Because they want Sikh students to come to their Sikh restaurants. You know, this is what it's about. There was a Sikh taxi service there last year. He provided his transport. He did free transport on the day. This year, there's a Baji who's going to offer coaches available on that. So we've got London, where Harvey Singh Manda from Norjawani is going to be bringing a coach up from Southall to the Freshers' Fair. We've got Nottingham, UON and NTU. There's 2 stops in East Midlands in Nottingham where there's coaches coming for all the students there. So last year, I believe you brought about 50, 60 people, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're looking to double, triple that number this year.
So there you've heard it live on Sikh Channel. They're going to double that. I believe with the special guests coming over, I think we're going to be, the numbers have risen already. A lot of people that even just want to come and see the guests have been trying to contact us and try and get involved. So I think the Freshers Week alone is going to be massive this year. And again, it's exclusive just for the Sikh Channel. So it's brilliant. And it's at Guru Nanak Gurdwara Smedic, so don't miss out. The first week of October, get involved. Freshers Week at G&G it's called. So use the hashtag Freshers Week, G&G Freshers Week. That's the hashtag. So do that, get your posters, get your pictures, send your messages and thoughts to the text number. GURPS, obviously you were there last year on Freshers. Sikh Youth, we do a lot of seva, you know, like support for university. We do talks at university, even patrols just to raise awareness, make sure the taxis that are outside the university is patrolling. Some of the sevadars go out there proactively, making sure the taxi drivers are legitimate and, you know, picking the right, their cabs and checking everything. You know, what kind of a awareness and, you know, message could you give the new students who are like actual freshers who have never been to uni, left their home for the first time? What sort of message would you say? How could you get those students to come to G&G Freshers?
Yeah, I think you just mentioned students who are living away from home. But even students who do live at home, they can also be vulnerable as well. It's not just if you're away from your parents. You know, university, it's a completely different experience to college or school. You know, you're out there in the big world. You know, you've got all this responsibility, and you're by yourself. You're responsible for your own studies and so forth. And you know, it's very easy to get tagged along in the wrong crowd. And it's not just, you know, it become a slow process that you don't even realize that you're just falling off the ladder. And it's very important to stay connected with the Sikh Sikh societies, and making sure you're attending events such as these where you're receiving awareness and you're being given the knowledge about what the dangers that really exist in the world, because unfortunately a lot of people won't tell you these dangers. You know, a lot of young people who aren't aware what goes on. You know, some of us a bit older, being seen what's going on over the years. We know people have their ulterior motives. You know, they can be very sweet to your face, but then, you know, they have their own motives. And, you know, coming to events like these, such as the Freshers Week, you're getting involved with the community. You're learning new things. You're meeting positive people. You know, positive people who are in Sikhi, and who can push you forward. And, you know, once you have that support with you, you know, you're able to, and you can help yourself on an individual level and help, you know, other Sikhs' individual problems. Then when we come together, we can help our community, because an individual can't just do, you know, one thing for the community. We're asked to come together. Baji mentioned earlier on Shaheed Bhai Amir Singh. He was part of the All India Sikh Students Federation, and you know, they were a student body, and they were one of the biggest groups who were, you know, resisting the oppression and spreading awareness through peaceful means. But reconnecting
people to Sikhi, you know, getting them off of drink and drugs, you know, keeping them, teaching the sisters to have that izzat and wear their chunnis, things like that. Bringing that honour and respect back, you know, that honourable word of that honourable Sardar, bringing that honour back to Punjab, which was fantastic.
And I think that comes through, you know, once bringing people into these events like such as these, you know, showing our prejudice, bringing everyone in. Then when we start to come together, then we can start to do, you know, things that, you know, start to tackle the big issues that our community really faces.
Definitely.
But it starts from you know, the grassroots level, bringing people to these events, spreading the awareness.
The events is fantastic, but again, I'm going to say this to the Sangat, it starts at home. You have to put that aside from young. Prevent is better than the cure. Learn yourself so you can teach your family, you know. That's what it's about. But that, like Camp Baji said, that family that stay together, that family that pray together, stay together, you know. It's about that team and family bonding, you know. Put the phones down, put the gadgets down at home, you know. In the evening, do that us together, sit, talk, ask how each other's day's been, ask if there's any issues, you know. It's really important that you keep interacting at home, not just out, but at home as well. Not interacting in WhatsApp groups all the time and finding out what people are doing, but just find out, you know, in your own home, is there issues? How can we prevent? If you can support other families at the same time, get involved and do things like Guru Nanak was proactive. As a family, build that strength and be proactive out there. We've had hundreds of texts, Cam, but I'm going to get you to read one or two out as you've been seeing them.
Yeah, these new technologies, you're getting quite a few texts. As I'm trying to read them, you keep getting texts, so I'm trying to keep up with this one. I'll try to hold this one down if I can. I'll just read this first one that comes up. It's a shame that there are Sikhs that have been to university who could share the experience of what to do, watch out for, and follow Sikhi. Some Sikhs switch off from Sikhi because they are so distant from Sikhi. They do not know about that history. We need to get middle-aged professionals more involved. I'm sitting here tonight and no one has ever asked me to get connected in the way I even thought, and I've been going to the Gurdwara for 48 years. So this is what it's all about, Baji. This is anyone watching right now. This is what I'm saying to you right now. Regardless of your age, regardless of what party you belong to, doesn't matter. Let's all join together and join on those universal concepts and projects that bring us all together. Let's work on those projects that unite us, not look at those things that are trying to divide us. Let's work on those projects that unite us. And this is exactly what this project's about. Bringing everyone together and saying, look, number one, praying. Number two, understanding. And number three, connecting that identity. Who am I? Who are you? This is the whole point of that 1 week. Let's get everyone. If you've never worn that at the start before, let's do it. Let's get a hashtag set up. Let's get everyone to do it. And how awesome would it be, Deepaji? Imagine if we all work together, Sasangaji. Just imagine this for a second. How awesome would it be if all of us came together, let alone put our differences aside for a moment, regardless if you like that individual or not, regardless if you like that Jathebandi or not, or channel or not, it doesn't make no difference. This is for our Guru, and this is for our Shaheeds, and this is for our nation. Let's all work together, and let's see if we can do this. There's so many millions of Sikhs in the world right now. How many of them keep that identity? What if we could all come together and then all of us work together? If there was 10,000 Sikhs that would kill because of identity, how awesome would it be if we could get 10,000 Sikhs during that 1 week to wear that at the start in their remembrance?
That would be absolutely fantastic. I think that's a big... we've set the bar high, but you know what, as the Sikh community, as a Panth, I think collectively we're capable of anything. Why? We've got our Maharaj is with us, Angsang, the Singhs are here, the brothers and sisters are here. We can do as much as we want, and we can push what we need to. If there's, like you said, you're going to double it this year, coming to the Freshers there. If you could get a quarter of those people just to wear the start in 1 week at your uni for Remembrance Week, how fantastic would that be, Cam?
Exactly. This is what it's all about. Satsang, like I said, please join in. Every single Jathebandi. I'm not bothered who you are, where you come from. You got personal dushmani. I'm not bothered. If you're bound down to my Guru, this is for my Guru, this project is, and it's for my community. I will work with anyone and everyone to make sure this is a success. And this is exactly the ethos that we need. Go back to your own towns, to your Guru Guys, ask them, look guys, this Remembrance Week's happening. We want every Guru card, and we will put the list up on Sikh channel. We're going to get this campaign going. We want every Guru card from the 31st of October to the 4th of November between 7 and 8 just to do Panj Chope Saab. Panj Chope Saab in remembrance of all those that were killed during that period. And those that can wear that Dastar, wear it. Put this, let's get a hashtag, think of a snappy hashtag or something. Let's get the campaign going. Let's get everyone involved. Like I said, we will all work together. That's what we're here for. For the past 10 years, this is exactly what Sikh Channel has been doing. That's exactly what my seva has been. And with Maharaj Kirpa, this is the seva that Maharaj has given to myself now, to reconnect everybody, all of us, not just the one set of group, everyone. Because what we're doing here, Gurbani part, and identity, which is a universal concept of Sikhi.
Exactly, and you know, it's wicked that all the students are here, everyone's going to get involved. Girls, feedback on the, you know, we've got Freshers Week coming up, and we've got the Remembrance Week. You know, what more do you think that the students, how can you reconnect those students just to the Sikh societies? What do you think about that?
I think the most important thing that's not really touched upon, we get educated from the older generation, they educate and support us. If we're not educated and supported, and if we're not taking the opportunities that are given to us on a plate, there's going to be nothing to pass down. There's going to be nothing left to educate and nobody left to support.
Yeah,
so I think it's fantastic that we all need to kind of get hands-on with the opportunities provided. It's not difficult, like you're giving it to us on a plate. So I think we all need to be proactive.
Yeah, like Benji come with us the other week. She's starting her Sikh society. She's leading there. She came and she took anything she wanted. She asked us for leaflets, you know, whatever she needed. She come to the unit and she took that. Hannah. So that's you know, we give them loads of free T-shirts and free. Just take it out, student. If you want to get involved, text your numbers and details to there. If you want support on your campuses, not just university, colleges, set up Sikh societies in your schools. Connect with boss. They're the student body. Connect with them. Say you've got a school that you want to proactively start a Punjabi Sikh society after school club, just so you can sit and learn Sakya. Do Sakya together. Do Path together. 100%. Learn, but get involved in Freshers Week and get involved in Remembrance Week. Two key things this year. They're only next month and one's the following month. So, you know, get involved. Jaspreet, as president of the student union at BCU, how do you think BCU as a university, not just the Sikh side, as a university, would be able to help with Remembrance Week and Freshers Week for the Sikhs?
ਨਹੀਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੇਖੋ ਜੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ ਦਸਤਾਰ ਬਖਸ਼ੀ ਆ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਸਰੂਪ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਆ ਆ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਦਾ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹ ਲਓ ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰ ਆ ਤੇ ਬੜੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹ ਲਓ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਆ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਭਾਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਪਹਿਚਾਣ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੀਏ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੈ ਕੌਣ ਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਕੈਂਪਸ ਤੇ ਜਾਈਦਾ ਠੀਕ ਆ ਆਸੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਘੁੰਮੀਦਾ ਪੂਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ 72 ਮੁਲਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹ ਲਓ ਬੱਚੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਆ 23,000 ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ 23,000 ਬੱਚਾ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੇ ਮਨ 'ਚ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਐਜ਼ ਅ ਸਿੱਖ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ what we are actually doing, So this is what we need to think critically when we go to university. So we're talking about Freshers Fair. So it's the starting of the year where we come together. Definitely Maradi Kirpana GNG, Smethwick Jada Freshers Fair, above Vadia. But it's, I think, if you think deeply, it should be the reflection time to think, oh my God, what I did last year, I'm here now in GNG Freshers Fair. So what can I improve? And ਉਹੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹ ਲਓ ਹੁਣ ਰਿਮੈਂਬਰੈਂਸ ਵੀਕ ਆ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਪਹਿਚਾਣ ਆਪ ਦੱਸਣੀ ਆ. That's the main thing. We need to define ourselves by ourselves because if a guru tells us, so I'm not waiting for someone else to define me. ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹ ਲਓ it's a very deep thing. Like in animal kingdom is kill or get killed. ਹਨਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਥਿਊਰੀ ਆ. ਪਰ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੋ ਮਨੁੱਖ ਆ ਨਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ, so in human kingdom is define or get defined. So I want to be on the table, not on the menu. Siddhi ਗੱਲ ਹੈ. I want to be on the table, not on the menu. So this is what we need to critically think and imagine yourself in footstep of Maharaj. So we have to be that proactive student and actually connected back to our roots so that we can say we are Sikhs.
Yeah.
So we are the Sikhs who embrace everyone, respect everyone, despite of any color, race, religion, sex, gender, etc., etc. So we need to be that. And the Maharaj Kirpa Remembrance Week, so we can be remembering those who actually sacrificed for us to actually be sitting here.
So many sacrifices that are untold and unheard, but just to reconnect, like Baji, the campaign that Sikh Channel leading, just to get that reconnection, absolutely amazing. I think it's fantastic. And we've only got a few minutes of the show left, so the last 30 seconds each, 40 seconds each. Say your last word. We'll start with Benji on the end.
What do you want me to say? Now, I don't know if you guys watched it. I don't know if you guys watched it, but there was they were tying the stars in Nottingham. Okay. I don't know if it was this year or last year, and I think that's a really good idea because a lot of like Gore and Kale and everyone from like different races, they all like came and they joined, and I think it was a really good idea, and they didn't even know like what's the meaning behind it. So obviously Apne that were helping out, they explained the meaning and they found it really interesting. So I think that was a really good idea as well.
You've just brought something up that me and Cam were talking about in the car, but we'll go to that. Excellent, thank you.
Yeah, it starts
Sonia?
from the littlest thing. It's from like reading a leaflet, passing it on to a friend, and then you all want to be educated. It goes from a being forced to thing or going to seek suck out of guilt to wanting to go, to loving to go.
Exactly.
And it's the littlest thing, and I want everyone to do it. I want everyone to attend their Freshers Fair. I want all Sikh societies to get involved because it's so simple. It's the simplest thing. We're giving it on a plate.
And instead of, like Maharaj says, give daswan, it's giving that little 10% back of time and effort.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's it. That's all it's about. So wicked, thank you for being on the show. GURPS, last thoughts before we end the show?
So I think it begins from attending events such as these, such as Remembrance Week and the GNG Freshers Week. From there, we begin to come together as a community, begin to educate ourselves about the issues we face. And once we begin to educate ourselves, we can educate, others, and we can educate the world about what we face as a community. And it brings this, there's something that unites us together. What happened in the genocide, as Baji mentioned, regardless of, which is Jatabani or somebody was all for political views, they were just killed because they were wearing the star. And that's what, we need to remember as a community. It brings us together.
Thank you, GURPS.
And I'm going to be very short and precise. So basically, we are Sardars. Siddhi Galya. Sardariyan Sambo. Actually take responsibility of being a Sardar. So this is what we need to do on the campuses as well. Sardar bano, President bano, puri university de, to pure mulk de.
Thank you, Jaspreet. Cam, we've got last 2 minutes. Let's finish off. Talk about the projects and let the Sanghas know how they're going to get involved.
Sanghaji, there's a couple of the projects I wanted to talk about. We're running out of time, but we'll do that later on another day. But listen, guys, seriously, like I said before, this is not one thing. This is all of us working together. Like I said, I will work with anyone and every organisation that wants to work for the betterment of my Panth, for our Panth, yeah? Remember what I said to you earlier? When they were killed, no one looked at the type of the star they had. Was it gold? Was it what colour it was? What sort of the star it was? Which Gurdwara you went to? What was the name of the Gurdwara that you went to? What Jathebandi you belonged to? What caste, Jat, Path, whatever it might have been. No one asked that what your political affiliation was. They saw your Guru's roop and that was killed. They were killed on that point. So what we're doing is reconnecting our people to that identity that my Guru gave to us. And that's it. So nice and simple, non-political, and we're going back to Maharaj doing part as a family, families that pray together, stay together, communities that pray together, stay together, and then looking at our identity. Please join. If you want to get in touch with myself or Sikh Channel, give us a shout tomorrow. I'm here all day tomorrow in Sikh Channel, in the studios, in the office. Give us a shout. If you want to get involved, we'll hopefully give an email address so you can, at the moment, I think it's info@sikhchannel.tv, and you can, if you want to get involved, if you're individually part of an organisation, like I said, during that week we're going to Donna the Star, and 5 days from 7 to 8 we are going to all do Chope Sada part in our local Gurdwara. This is what everyone needs to get involved. Thanks, Deep.
Okay, thank you, South Zangzi, for tuning in each and every Wednesday. Make sure, text your thoughts, let us know how you want to get involved, and somebody from the team will get back to you. Just going on what Benji said about that thing, we saw the most asked question on Google, what we saw today, the most asked question on Google, and I'll let Cam say it.
Yes. Why do Sikhs wear turbans?
That was the most asked question. So when Benji was on about the start and the question, it's really important that we educate people, but educate ourselves first. You know, so as a community, we're so far beyond of lack of education, and you know, putting that asad onto the ugly bidi, the future generations, push that on, and you know, let's be proactive, get involved. Freshers Week, G&G, Smedic, and Remembrance Week. Don't forget them dates, first week of October, first week of November. Check out social media, text us your thoughts, and thank you.
ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਗੱਡੀ ਐਕਸੀਡੈਂਟ